So it makes no sense why you're paying all this fucking tuition and all you're doing is buying the books and going to the classes, but you're not using the resources around you. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Desiree Morrison, the Foresight architect, and here we help individuals design futures that actually fit without the burnout. Today in this video we're going to be talking about how to find out what you're actually good at with having no fucking clue where to start. So I'm going to divide this video up into 3 sections, which is going to be what are you naturally good at? The second is what around you can help essentially launch yourself forward, and then lastly, what are their free resources that you can take advantage of? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So for what you are naturally good at, I want you to look at the entire lifespan of your life. So go back from when you were born up until the age that you are now, and I want you to reflect on anything that you are naturally just drawn to or that you gravitated to. So as a kid, did you prefer puzzles that were 500 or 1,000 pieces that you like to put together and you were very fast at it? Or did you like hidden object games where you could spot the differences in certain things or certain details you could pick out that someone else couldn't? That is a skill set that you can use for your career, for your business, or for yourself or school, whatever it is, that can help you push yourself forward that you didn't realize that you were just naturally good at. If you can't find anything in like the earlier years that you were born, then look at middle school, high school, or your adult life. Is there anything that family members or teachers have said about you that you are naturally gifted in? Like you are able to understand formulas to a T and apply them the first try, or be able to realize when something's missing out of a formula? Or are you someone that your family members go to constantly for life advice or how to fix something, put something together? Things like that is your skill set that you didn't even know that you had to begin with, that you're just now realizing that you've been putting in so many reps on these skills and these experiences that you're not taking the opportunity to start making money off of those. So go back into your life cycle, find out what you're naturally good at, what people say that you're naturally good at. If you don't remember, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family members, ask them like, hey, what is something that you could always come to me about that I can help you out with? What they tell you, use that, put it down on your list, and then figure out what else that we can do with that information to either make you money or just make you a better overall person. Secondly is what around your house can actually launch yourself forward. So a lot of times we think that we need money to be able to push ourselves into starting a business or starting an online presence, when really we've probably purchased a lot of the stuff that we already need and just haven't used it. So for me, for the Great Lock-In, what I did is I went around my house. I'm talking about I went under my sofa, in my closet, in my storage space, under my fucking bed. And I pulled out every book that I said, oh, this will help me self-improve, or this will help me with schooling, or it was a requirement for schooling, that I just never read, that I just skimmed through. And I divided them all up into sections of my life that I want to improve. And I realized that I have quite a bit of books that I need to go through. And that's why I'm asking you, what in your house has just become like a paperweight or just a dust collector that you could actually pull out right now and say, hey, this will actually help me with the problem that I'm facing right now. For me, emotional intelligence, smart brevity. I have a hard time with talking. I tend to talk around in circles because I just fear conflict and I just don't like to get straight to the point. So I started reading Smart Brevity. And then for emotional intelligence, I am very much a fiery person. So what happens is when I get angry, when I feel a type of way, that strongly affects my actions afterwards. And I want to stop doing that. So look around your house. See what you have around your house that you could use for yourself. If it's not books, maybe you have some blank notebooks that you can just scribble out some ideas, or Maybe you have an old tablet around the house that doesn't really work for much, but it works for documents, so you can just type up like your short story or whatever the case may be. There are items around your house that I am damn sure you have bought and you haven't used, or looked at them for a day or two and were like, nah, I'm not going to use this. So go through your house. You can also throw away things you don't need. You can donate books you don't need. But go through your house and see what resources you have that can help you be a better you without having to spend money if money is a constraint right now. Now, what free resources can you use that you can take advantage of? For my college kids, college students, if you are in school, I encourage you to start looking at your community board or your, for my class, or for my school, I think we call it a, hold on, I'm gonna have to find out what it is. 1 second. It is it's like a little mentorship thing, or there it is, a help center, a student help center. So go to your student help center. There are a lot of resources. For my school personally, we have mentorship resources, we have life coaching, you can get therapy sessions for free. You can even enroll in a mentorship program to get a mentor that can help you either build a business or build a career, whatever the case may be. All of them are free while you're in school, so it makes no sense why you're paying all this fucking tuition and all you're doing is buying the books and going to the classes, but you're not using the resources around you. There are also other resources. Go to the library. The library is not just for school books. Use them to find self-improvement books, business books, career books, any books that can help you to better yourself while you're in the environment or the circumstance that you're in. There are resources out there. Hell, even go to Google and look up some free resources. There are plenty of places that you might be able to get internships or get some life advice. Even with classes, I know some of my classes that I took, they had me reach out to other companies to try and work with them as a student. And some of them I just didn't do because it was a little bit hard for me. I'm a little anxious person, so it's hard for me to just be out there and just ask for the information. But if you've had like assignments like that and you're just, you know what, I'll just take the easier way out. I'll just look up an online company. The next time you go around, use that same assignment, even though you've already passed the course. Use that same assignment objective and reach out to companies and be like, hey, I'm a student here. I need to do this for my class. This will give me, X, Y, and Z experience. But you have to get yourself out there. You have to be able to find those free resources and actually take advantage of it. Because it's one thing if you know about them and you're not using them. It's another thing if, I think I said that backwards. It's one thing if you didn't know about them and you're not using them. It's one thing if you do know about them and you're still not using them. There's plenty of ways to grow. There's plenty of ways to find things that you're naturally good at, but also outside of asking people what you're good at, you just have to try and pay attention to what you naturally catch up on. It could be you going to a new job and going through the training and one of your new coworkers say, hey, you're actually really good at this. Take note. That is someone letting you know that you're pretty efficient compared to what they view as the average person being able to do this, or where they feel like they're able to complete that certain training or that task. That tells you a lot about yourself. People, for the most part, aren't just saying shit just to say shit. When they're saying stuff to you and saying, hey, you're really good at this, or hey, I know I can always come to this person for this, this, and this, that is your natural gift. You need to tap into that. You need to sharpen it. You need to become the subject matter expert on that to build yourself into a thought leader or, a subject matter expert, whatever it is that you need to do. But there are resources around. I know I'm rambling a little bit. This is my first time actually doing an impromptu video. But find things around the house that can help you. Find anything that you can possibly do. If you don't even have any books in your house, go to the library. It's free. Signing up for a library account is free. If you can't get to the library because you don't have a car, You can get ebook access. There are libraries that have different apps where you can download books. And if you can't do that for whatever reason, there is Google. There are a lot of older books like The Four Agreements or I want to say Emotional Intelligence. The first one is online for free. Look up the name, put PDF free, and start digesting the information that's up there. There is always a free something somewhere. Someone somewhere has bought something and decided, I'm going to make this free to the public, and they've dropped it somewhere. But there's no reason why you can't naturally find out what you're good at, naturally be able to, well, not naturally, but be able to launch yourself forward with what you have. Because you adding more books, more knowledge, more all this information on stuff that you're already not using, you're just going to be a clusterfuck. You're going to be overwhelmed, and it's just not going to work out good for you. So start with what you have, start with what you know, and then build on top of that, and just keep doing it. Rinse, wash, repeat. So for you guys, that's all I have for today. I'm hoping to be posting more videos every Wednesday, I believe, on YouTube weekly. In the meantime, if you don't hear from me, every Monday I have my podcast, Tomorrow Design, dropping at 6 a.m. So you can start your day off with some insight that takes less than 10 minutes of your time. So please check that out. But until then, I will see you guys later. Thanks for checking this out. Bye.